Hi, boys and girls. Another gorgeous day. You know, it got me thinking about camping. I bet some of you have been camping or love camping. I'm not a big camper. I'd rather camp inside, but my grown-up boys love to camp outside, and it's a lot of fun to do out in nature, isn't it? Now, when you go camping, you got to pack a lot of things. You might need a tent or your camper. You would need sleeping bags, and you'd need flashlights and binoculars, coolers to keep things cold, and some pots to cook over the fire. And just like I brought here, I have my little mess kit, and I have my canteen for water and a flashlight. And you know, we can't be without our s'mores, because that would really make it delicious. I have my chocolate bar here, and in the sun it got very liquidy already, so you'll have to make sure you keep that in the cooler, won't you? So if you go camping, there won't be any electricity, and there won't be any light, so you'll bring your flashlight. And when you're camping, boys and girls, there's no stoves or ovens or microwaves, so you'll be cooking over the fire or bringing things that are already prepared, won't you? But it's always a lot of fun. And then at night you might have a campfire, and that's always fun to sit around the campfire making your s'mores or singing some songs or telling some stories. So many fun things to do. Now, I have a little book here, and it's called A Little Book of Camping. Now, you know, boys and girls, camping doesn't have to be done outside, and we're going to find that out. Camping is easy. First, you pick a place. Oh, look at, they're out in the country with the trees and the sunshine. Woods are nice, but a backyard or your bedroom works just fine too. Either way. Now, we're not out in the woods, so we can hear our grass getting cut, and we hear the birds. We hear lots of sounds, don't we, in nature? Then we wait for the starry night to come, or in your room, you just create your own. Look at, they're hanging some lights, and they've got their shade up so they can see the stars that are outside. Now, here's a tent. Time to pitch the tent. That's a pretty fancy one, isn't it? And you could have a plain tent. This one, boys and girls, is inside. They look like they're draping it over a table or maybe between the beds and the dresser. So either way, you can call it a tent and climb right in there and have a lot of fun pretending you're camping. Oh, you'll need a sleeping bag too. You could pick the best sleeping bag that you'd like to bring, but if you don't have one, don't even worry about it. That's not a problem. You can take a blanket, fold it just the right way, and it'll look just like a sleeping bag for you to crawl right in. And then you can pick a pillow. You could pick a plain pillow or a fancy pillow, whatever pillow you'd like to lay your little head on while you're camping. So many choices. I bet some of you have pretty fancy pillowcases on your pillows too. Oh, don't forget a flashlight. Whether you're outside or in your bedroom with the lights turned off, you're going to need a flashlight to see your way around. And bring a little friend, a stuffed animal, a little doll, something that can be your buddy while you're busy camping. You get to choose who's going to share your sleeping bag with you. Oh, you could even bring 2 little friends with you. Better yet, you could bring a whole bunch. Just make sure there's enough room in your sleeping bag for you. Don't make it too crowded. Oh, camping is even more fun if you bring some snacks. Look at that, they've got their marshmallows on their stick. I've got mine with me too. I've got my fancy camping fork, and it can get long so I don't have to get too close to the fire, or I can bring it down close. That's always fun to do. And of course that chocolate too. That makes it especially fun, and graham crackers. Now, to get them toasty brown, you'll need a campfire or an oven or the barbecue grill in the backyard. And you need a grown-up. Don't forget about that. Anytime you're near something hot, boys and girls, always have a grown-up with you, because remember, safety first. Never try to make a campfire or light a barbecue grill without a grown-up there with you. Please always be safe. Sometimes if somebody knows how to play the guitar, that goes very nicely with marshmallows or harmonicas. Remember we talked about singing a little bit around the campfire. That's fun to do. Look at they're using their singing voices. You can sing any little song you want. Doesn't have to be about camping. You can sing about monkeys or anything else you'd like. And then when it gets dark, you can shine your flashlight and see what shapes you can make. Have you ever tried that? That's always fun to do. Little animal shapes, bird shapes, all different things that you can make with shadows. There are so many fun things you can do when you go camping with your family and friends. Storytelling, stargazing, and even game playing. Having fun together is what it's all about. When you go camping, it's just about having a good time, relaxing and sharing some fun with your family or your friends. When is it time to go to sleep in your tent? Well, the answer is when the moon is high and the sky is filled with twinkling stars. See, camping's pretty easy. You just have to know how to do it. And remember, boys and girls, when you're camping, bring clothes that are good for hiking on the trails. Long sleeves and long pants and closed shoes so that you can be sure that you'll be covered on the trails where there might be some plants that would make you itchy or some bugs. Now, I want you, when you look up in the sky, you don't have to be out camping. You can be in your home, in the backyard, anywhere you are. I'd like you to look up because I have some fun facts about the moon. There's a lot of talk about moonlight and how it lights up the night. But actually, there is no such thing as moonlight. What? The moon doesn't really shine at all. Rather, it's just in the right place because the moon reflects the sun's light. The sun is the real star of the show. The sun gives off the light, which means it's luminous. But the moon is illuminated by the sun, and that means it's reflecting the sun's light. People are a lot like the moon. What? Do you think I mean that you're round and kind of spacey? No, not quite. But just as the sunlight reflects into the darkness like the moon, it's in the right place. And God's light also reflects into this world. Darkness can be in the wrong place. Being in the right place means that you're following Jesus. And when you follow Jesus, you reflect his light, his love, his goodness, his grace, his kindness, his power into the lives of all the people around you. You shine simply by staying close to him, like the light of the world. So boys and girls, when you see all of these beautiful things in nature, say thank you to God. Tell him that you love him. And praying is very easy. You can just say what you did that day. You can say, I don't know what to do. Could you help me? All of those things are prayers to Jesus. And when you do this, you let Jesus shine in the world. So boys and girls, let your light shine. Show all those good things and make sure when you look up, you're grateful for all the things that we have in nature. And remember what we learned about the moon today and the sun illuminated and illuminated. Very fun facts to know. Have a good day and a good week, boys and girls. Bye now.